Good day, everyone. Today is an asynchronous session for the total quality management. Let me introduce to you my teammates. We have here Engineer Brian Jason Evan for the model for total quality management, and me, Engineer Abegael Santos, for the framework for total quality management. So here is our objective. At the end of the presentation, they will be knowledgeable in the total quality management framework based on the belief that an organization can build long-term success. And our topic outline is about the originate of the total quality management framework, the 8 TQM framework, the Deming cycle or PDSA, the TQM, and the cost of quality. Let us start with the total quality management technique based on the premise that employees continues to work on their ability to provide value to the customer. The word total means that all employees are involved in the process regardless of whether they work in development, production, or fulfillment. Yung ating TQM framework was developed by the management consultant na si William Deming, who introduced it to the Japanese manufacturing industry. Examples this is the Toyota, is the best example ng TQM framework in action. This car maker has a customer-first focus and committed to continuous improvement through total participation. Yun po, si Toyota, familiar naman po ang lahat. What is Toyota? Ito yung ating number one car maker ng kanilang focus po ay nasa customer first, and they have a continuous improvement through the total participation ng kanilang company. When we say focus for total quality management, it is the continual improvement of all processes with an organization, irrespective of whether they have a direct impact on the customer satisfaction. When we say the improvement comes from identifying and then removing or reducing errors that commonly occur in supply chain management, manufacturing, employee training, and customer experience. The process of problem solving and the adding value to the customer experience is one where every individual takes an active role. Punta naman po tayo dun sa walong TQM framework. First, we have the customer focus. The second is the employee engagement. Third is the process approach. Fourth is the system integration. The next is the strategic and systematic approach. Next is the continual improvement. We have also the decision-making based on facts and the communication. So let's start with the customer focus. This customer focus is acknowledged that the customer is the final determiner of whether the company process are sufficiently high quality. If customer is not satisfied, then the company must refocus in efforts on understanding consumer needs and expectation on the deeper level. Yun nga po, sinasabi dito na yung customer's review at yung ina-address ng ating businesses. Example po dito, pamilyar naman po lahat tayo sa Shopee. Meron po dong portion from 1 star to 5 star kung saan nakalalaman ng ating supplier or yung store yung ating feedback regarding dun sa item na ating binili. That's one of our example na yung customers needs or sayings para improve yung ating item is nalalaman ng ating company. Next, lipat naman po tayo sa employee engagement. Sa employee engagement are empowered employees who are not fearful of losing their jobs. As a result, they have the confidence and experience to suggest and implement continuous improvement across many systems. Dito naman po sa employee engagement, a simple example of this is our when we are conducting meetings, nagkakaroon tayo ng exchange of ideas regarding on what we are solving, kung ano yung topic natin, kung ano yung sinasolve nating problema. By exchanging ideas, employees engagement to the company is very important po. Then, yan din po yung ating continuous improvement across many suggestions kung saan nabubuo natin yung idea or conceptualization through simple meeting. That's one of the example. Then, lipat naman po tayo dito sa process approach. Sa process approach, refining process is a fundamental component of the TQM framework. Here, refinement means processes are followed in logical order to ensure consistency and increase productivity. Flowcharts and visual action plans can be produced so the employees understand their responsibilities. Dito nga po sa process approach, yung logical order, kung saan merong pagkakasunod-sunod yung ating processes or yung ating approach in a certain processes, pero pwede tayong gumamit ng mga flowcharts or mga visual action plans to make organize yung ating processes. Then next is the system integration. System integration means that every single employee in a company has a reasonable understanding of policies, standard, and objective. It is a vital employees understanding their roles and how they contribute to the greater success of the company, no matter how significant those contributions may seem. Nga po sa system integration, karaniwan sa ating mga kumpanya, nagkakaroon tayo ng mga orientation during our first meeting or the first weeks, months, to familiarize kung ano yung ating vision and mission ng kumpanya and kung ano yung ating mga ina-adapt na mga system through our business. Ito po isang example and napakahalagang component sa isang business na nagkakaisa at meron tayong isang perspective during our work. Punta naman po tayo dito sa strategic and systematic approach. A business must develop strategies that are quality-centric. Company mission statements and their associate goals and values should also reflect the quality-first approach to customer satisfaction. Yun nga po, kanina sinabi ko dun sa ating isang example sa Shopee, ang isang strategy po nila para makuha yung customer feedback is the rating portion dun sa kanilang application. Isa to sa mga strategic approach na ina-apply nung business na iyon. Then, sa kumpanya po natin, yun nga po, to make our system systemized nagkakaroon po tayo ng mga planning regarding dito sa strategic and systematic approach kung paano natin gagawin ang isang bagay sa ating kumpanya. The next is the continual improvement. The continuous improvement, very important po ito in developing a competitive advance and also in meeting stakeholders' expectation. The best example po dito is the Toyota model for continual improvement places a high emphasis on employee participation, eliminating waste, and reducing bureaucracy. Yun nga po, si Toyota, napakatagal na po nila sa business, sa car maker business, pero hindi po sila nawawala dun sa top na car maker kasi meron silang continual improvement. Yun nga po, hindi sila nagpapahuli dun sa technology na kahit pa bago-bago at mabilis yung pagpapalit ng ating technology, they can adapt because they are continuous improving their processes in their car making. This factor increase innovation and reduce costs, which will ultimately flow to the customer. Next po natin is yung ating decision making based on facts. Yun nga po, informed decisions are derived from the deep understanding of a business's market and its target audience, where possible data should be collected to support employee experience and institution concerning creative values for customer. Sabi nga po ni Marvin Brower, decisions should be based on facts objectively considered, what I call the fact-found, though true approach to the decision making. Yun nga po, base dun sa ating karamihan sa ating mga business owners and companies, base po dun sa mga facts or mga data na na-collect nila, makakapag-decide sila ng mas accurate and mas appropriate dun sa ating certain problem. It helps us a lot in managing our businesses. Next is the communication. The communication is often overlooked, yet vital, very important part of any successful company. It plays the key role in clarifying expectation while also increasing employee morale and motivation. Communication also increases collaboration and innovation between previous separate departments in a single company. When we are in college, we have English subjects, and yung effective communication consists, nahahati po sa apat. We have the verbal communication, the non-verbal communication, written communication, and the visual communication. Yung importance ng communication sa atin, yes, meron tayong mga plano. Example yan, meron tayong mga plano, pero how we can introduce or communicate ito sa mga customers kung wala tayong effective communication. So, dun sa ating 8 total quality management framework, this is the very important in how we deliver to the customers our product and effectively communicate it to their business owners or the sellers. Lipat naman po tayo in how TQM implemented. TQM implemented by following the PDSA cycle, a model that originates in 1920s that is a core component of many modern quality framework. Ayun po, ang Deming cycle or PDS and constant improvement of quality. This is a systematic approach for gaining value learning and knowledge for the continual improvement of a company process or service. Ito ay tinatawag din na Deming wheel or Deming cycle. This integrated learning improvement model was first introduced by Dr. Deming by his mentor Walter Shewhart of the famous Bell Laboratories in the New York. Yung PDSA cycle consists of four. We have the plan, do, study, and act. First, let's discuss the plan. This involves identifying a goal or purpose, formulating a theory, defining success metrics, and putting a plan into action. Yun po, example nito, some stakeholders come together to determine the root cause of a problem via detailed research or analysis, such as the fishbone diagram, 5 whys, or failure mode effects analysis. Yun po, in planning, kailangan nagkaroon tayo ng determining kung saan ba nag-ugat yung ating problema. We have this analysis such as commonly used in our companies, the fishbone diagram, the 5 whys, and the failure mode effect analysis. On our company, we are using the FEMECA or the failure mode cause effect analysis and applying it to them. Next is the do. The components of the plan are implemented such as making a product. Example po nito, stakeholders develop solution to the problem. Problem, identifying the planning stage. Unlike Six Sigma, the PDSI cycle, focus more on whether employees deem a solution to be effective and less measured concrete against. Ayun po. Kanina, nasa planning tayo. Then after the planning, we have do. Kung saan natin na-develop yung solution dun sa ating mga problema. Yung PDS cycle is focused more on where employees deem on a solution to be effective and less measured concrete against. Next po is the study, where outcomes are monitored, test the validity of the plan for signs of progress and success, or problems and areas for improvement. Dito sa study, yun po, minomonitor natin yung naging do natin. From planning, do, study, in-corner natin and binavalidate yung naging plans natin. An example po nito, any data can be compared to expected outcomes to ensure objectives are being met. Ayun po, successful solutions should then be incorporated into a broader process and procedures to avoid problem recurrences. Yun po, sa study, nandito yung mga observations natin, base po doon sa magiging outcome ng ating mga pinlano. Lipat naman po tayo sa act. The act step closes the cycle integration, the learning generated by the entire process, which can be used to adjust the goal, change method, reformulate a theory, altogether or broaden the learning improvement cycle from a small-scale experiment to a larger implementation plan. Ayun po, yung broaden, mas malaking improvement cycle niya, based on the experiments ng plan, do, study, the larger implementation plan dun sa ating isang problema, using the act step. Then, lipat naman po tayo sa TQM and the cost of quality. A fundamental component of the total quality management framework is the cost of doing everything the right way. It's far less than doing it the wrong way and having to fix a mistake. Yun po, napakahalaga yung ating cost of quality na simulan na magawa natin in the first place ng tama and avoid yung ating mga cost na hindi naman dapat kung napaghandaan natin and na-apply yung ating 8 elements ng Total Quality Framework and yung PDSA natin. Nevertheless, some critics of the framework consider the process of maintaining quality has an associated cost that cannot be reoccupied by the business. Yun po yung iniiwasan ng ating mga businesses, yung mga unnecessary cost. Kaya, nandito, Deming, along their colleagues, ito si Mr. Deming, and colleagues Joseph M. Duran, with Arman Frigenbaum, reframed the cost of quality as the cost of not producing a quality deliverable. These cost they positioned were applicable across 4 categories. Yung ating 4 categories sa cost of quality, nahati muna siya sa cost of good quality and cost of poor quality. Sa cost of good quality, nandiyan yung appraisal cost and the prevention cost. Sa cost of poor quality, nandiyan naman po yung internal failure cost and external failure cost. Punta tayo sa appraisal cost. These cover the cost of inspection and testing during the product development. Ito pa lang po yung dine-develop pa lang natin yung ating produkto, such an evaluation of supplier materials. Next is the preventive or the prevention cost. Costs related to creation of work areas that are safe and efficient. Ito po karaniwang ginagamit natin, yung mga prevention natin. This prevention cost also encompasses planning, training, and conducting of regular reviews. The researchers noted that activities related to prevention were often allocate a misnuzzled amount of the company's budget. Sabi nga po nila, mas maganda na po na we are in a preventive part than in a corrective part. Kaya po siya tinawag tingina na sa cost natin na cost of good quality. Ito po, si appraisal cost and si prevention cost. Lipat naman po tayo sa cost of poor good quality. Nandito po yung internal failures natin. The cost of any failure before the product has been released. Ayun po, hindi pa nare-release yung product pero meron na tayong pagkakamaling nagawa and it's equivalent for a certain cost. Typical internal failures include the faulty machinery, improper or poor quality, raw materials, product design that requires multiple revisions, and scrap product runs. Ito po yung iniiwasan natin, yung ating multiple revisions, paulit-ulit na paggawa, which merong certain cost para dun sa ating product. Next is the external failure cost. The external failure cost, these are costs incurred once a product has been released in the market, such as return, repairs, recall, or warranty claims. Dito, sa external failure cost, lumabas na yung product natin sa market and nabili na ito ng ating mga customer. Ito yung ating iniiwasan na bago lumabas sa ating production, dapat na-assure na natin and na-test na itong product na ito is in good quality. Ayun po. Diyan pumapasok yung ating mga customers feedback. Nagkakaroon tayo ng mga kagina, from 1 star to 5 star, 1 star, tapos meron pa tayong mga negative comments because of the external failure po ng ating product. Diyan pumapasok po yung external failure cost. Highlights po in total sa aking diniscuss, the Total Quality Framework is an approach to long-term success by increasing customer satisfaction through the reduction or elimination of errors. As its core, the Total Quality management framework emphasizes a total commitment to long-term change through a cohesive and collaborative approach to employees' problem solving. The total quality framework utilizes 8 principles with a focus on the customer, communication, employees, and incremental improvement. Ito po yung aking mga references. And thank you for listening for today's topic. And I hope natuto tayo sa aking diniscuss. Thank you po and have a nice day.